You can create these gorgeous watercolored roses in any shade. They're made from inexpensive coffee filters. This tutorial was sponsored by sakuraofamerica.com and favecrafts.com. I first learned to make coffee filter roses from the Martha Stewart Show. So while the idea came from Martha, I've adapted and simplified this project. For example, their pattern requires 8 filters per rose, while mine only needs 4. First, print out the free 2-page template from madebymarzipan.com. If you plan on making a lot of roses, I recommend mounting the shapes on poster board or cardstock so they're more durable. Cut out the shapes and lay them out on 4 coffee filters as shown on the template. Trace around the petal shapes. You might want to number them. Add the numbers down towards the base of the petal so they won't show. I like to cut 4 filters at once to save time. Be certain that all of your filters are facing the right direction. I like to put my pieces in numbered cups for easy assembly. You could also use plastic baggies. I find it's easiest to cut the floral tape first. Cut into strips about 2.5 inches long. You'll need about 7 pieces per flower. Now it's time to assemble our rose. Start with piece number 1. Poke a wire down between the right-hand petals. When you have about 5 inches of wire poking out of the top, loop the wire tip around and poke it down through the bottom. Pinch the loop slightly and tug down. This loop will keep the petals from sliding up and down the stem. Fold the right-hand petal inward and roll to coil around the wire. Then wrap the end of the wire loop around the base of the petal to secure. Piece number 2 is added like the first. Poke the wire down between the right petals. Arrange the petal so it fills in empty spaces between the first petal. Roll, then secure with a piece of floral tape. When applying the tape, pull and stretch it to get a good tight hold around the base. Piece number 3 is added just like number 2. Piece number 4 needs to be separated first. Gently tear along the bottom of the petal to make a flat strip. Then wrap this around the rose and secure with tape. Next, get 2 number 5 pieces and 2 number 6 pieces. Since these pieces weren't cut on the fold, you'll have double the amount of the previous pieces. Fan out the 4 pieces like you would a hand of cards. Place the rose in the center and wrap the petals around the rose. Secure the base with tape. Repeat with 2 number 7 pieces and 2 number 8 pieces. If you'd like, you can wrap the entire stem in tape for a more realistic look. Starting with the outer petals, fan out the petals, bending gently backward from the base. Now comes the really fun part, painting your roses. I recommend using Sakura's koi watercolors that come in tubes. Your base color will need to be really watered down, and tube watercolors allow you to get the perfect consistency. Blend a dollop of color with about a tablespoon of water. Paint the petals starting from the center and working outward. We'll add a second color while the rose is still wet. This color needs to be more concentrated than the first, so add water with a brush rather than pouring it. Run the tip of the brush along the edge of each petal to deposit the color. Have fun experimenting with different color combinations. Here's another tip. I found it's really fast to dip the rose in the base color. It takes more paint, but less time. The roses take about 3 hours to dry. It's best to hang these so the petals have good form. You can bend the wire over a towel rack. Once your rose is dry, you'll need to shape the petals a bit. Place a skewer behind each petal and roll backwards to curl. You can enjoy summer year-round with these beautiful watercolored roses. This craft project was sponsored by favecrafts.com. To learn more about koi tube watercolors, visit my sponsor's website, sakuraofamerica.com. To download the free template, please visit my website, madebymarzipan.com.